I am absolutely heartbroken, devastated for the Jets and their fans. So obviously I'm a Giants fan, but I live in New York City. I know a lot of Jets fans. I'm friends with a lot of Jets fans. And honestly, above everything, I am a fan of football. And I really wanted to see the city that I live in make some noise in the sport I absolutely love. Because let's be honest, for the past decade, New York football has been the laughingstock of the NFL. It was all just set up so beautifully. It was 9/11, an emotional day here in New York. Aaron Rodgers runs out onto a dark MetLife field with a spotlight on him, holding the American flag. Just like chills, an amazing scene. And then just like that, before he even has a singular passing yard, he's out for the full entire season. A whole offseason of hype, Super Bowl predictions, just gone. Like that. This might be the most deflating injury for a franchise in NFL history. And before all you guys jump to the comments, no, I'm not saying this is the worst injury in NFL history. No, of course it's not the most bad injury in NFL history. But situation-wise, Aaron Rodgers coming in to be the Jets' savior, a team that hasn't won a Super Bowl since 1969. The defense was top 5 in the league. The offense had so many amazing skill players. Then it seems like they finally have the missing puzzle piece. And boom. So as we know, it's a completely torn left Achilles. A brutal injury, especially for a 39-year-old. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying this might be it for Rodgers, that his career might be over and he might be forced to retire. So let's break it down. So yes, of course, an Achilles is a very, very tough injury, a brutal injury. The Achilles, I believe, is the strongest tendon in the body. So for it to fully rip takes a lot of force. But let's think about it. It's week 1. He's probably gonna have surgery tomorrow, definitely sometime this week. And after that surgery's done, he's going to start the road to recovery. In the NBA, we saw Kevin Durant tear his Achilles in a similar fashion. First, he had a calf injury, just like Aaron Rodgers, who had a calf strain earlier this spring, and then both of them tore their Achilles after that calf injury. But the big difference between Rodgers and KD is KD plays a way more explosive sport. Basketball is a way more explosive sport with a lot of cutting, starting, stopping, and that's where the Achilles is used the most and takes a lot of force, is when you're sprinting and stopping and cutting. In football, especially the quarterback position, you don't actually have to do that a ton. Yes, Rodgers is a quarterback with the ability to scramble. We've seen him do it. We've seen it be part of his game. But the reason Aaron Rodgers wins games and the reason why Aaron Rodgers is so good is because of his arm. Right now, in Aaron Rodgers' mind, I doubt he's thinking, it's over for me. I'm gonna retire. He's a professional athlete. I doubt he's going into a long, grueling rehab thinking that. I feel like it's easier to do literally anything in life when you have an end goal in mind. For Rodgers, think about how much easier it would be for him to crush his rehab when he's thinking in the back of his head, I'm gonna get back with the Jets and I'm gonna help them go to the Super Bowl. That's my goal. I'm coming back while everyone's saying my career might be over. I mean, that's so much more motivating than thinking, oh, yeah, I'm gonna go crush all these really mundane calf exercises over and over again just so I can go take a nice brisk jog in retirement. I have a friend who was a college athlete and he tore his Achilles. Actually, he tore both of them about a year apart. And based on his recovery, which obviously he had good doctors, but not as good as doctors as Aaron Rodgers is going to have, he thinks he should be throwing a football in 6 to 9 months. He thinks he'll be throwing a football like he does in an NFL game before 9 months is over. So that means by the middle of June, Rodgers will be throwing a football with full force. And Rodgers is going to be treated by the best Achilles specialist in the country. He's going to be getting the absolute best care. The biggest experts in the field are going to be guiding him along in his recovery. In my opinion, as tough as an Achilles injury is, there's no doubt in my mind Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing in the NFL for the Jets next season. I just don't feel like he has the personality to end his Hall of Fame career like this. Rodgers has an arm that can carry him without him doing anything else, especially with all the talent around him on offense and how good this defense is. Rodgers doesn't need to be the quarterback he was a decade ago. He basically needs to be a pretty good game manager. He just needs to not turn the ball over and make the plays in big situations like 3rd and long when the game's on the line. I think we're gonna see the Rodgers revenge tour in 2024.